US judge temporarily blocks Trump's executive order to end birthright citizenship, announced to the News Info. A federal judge on Thursday temporarily halted President Donald Trump's executive order redefining birthright citizenship. Can you hear? That is the country. That is the country that law and order works, where a judge can say, I'm temporarily halting what President Trump said. Can you hear that? In this country, can a judge go against the president? No way. It's not possible. The court deemed it as blatantly unconstitutional during the initial hearing of a multi-state challenge against the order, AP News reports. U.S. District Judge John Cogenor repeatedly questioned a Justice Department lawyer during arguments, pressing for an explanation of how the order could be considered constitutional. When the attorney, Brett Shumate, requested an opportunity to elaborate in a formal briefing, Cogenor pointed out that the hearing was his opportunity to do so. The temporary restraining order, requested by Arizona, Illinois, Oregon, and Washington, was the first to be heard by a judge and has been applied on a national scale. This case is one out of 5 lawsuits filed by 22 states and various immigrant rights groups nationwide. See the way they are filing lawsuits against the president. That is a country where there is real democracy. There is actual democracy. Then they can hold the president accountable. It can never be Nigeria. The lawsuits include personal accounts from Attorney General who are U.S. citizens by birthright and highlights concerns from pregnant women fearing their children may be denied U.S. citizenship. Representing the states, Washington Assistant Attorney General Lynn Polozola dismissed as absurd the president's claim that children of parents residing in the country illegally are not subject to the jurisdiction of the United States. Are they not subject to the decision of the immigration courts? He asked, must they follow the law while they are here? He argued that the restraining order was justified because the executive order would immediately force states to spend millions of dollars revamping healthcare and benefit systems to account for an applicant's citizenship status. According to Polozola, the executive order will impact hundreds of thousands of citizens nationwide who will lose their citizenship under this new rule. Births cannot be paused while the court considers this case, he said. Trump executive order signed on Inauguration Day is set to take effect on February 19, and it is expected to impact hundreds of thousands of people born in the US. Okay, it's not as if it's just for people that are just going to be giving birth to. Even for people that have been giving birth to before but are illegal, they're going to withdraw all their citizenship. Oh wow. This move could have significant repercussions, especially considering that in 2022 there were approximately 255 births to mothers living in the country without authorization. And why are you living in somebody's country without authorization in the first place? And around 153 births to parents who are both unauthorized immigrants, according to a first state lawsuit in situ. It's going to be a really, really long matter, but at least they can call their president out. A judge can say, President, that order you gave, I'm going to block it temporarily. That's a country that works. That is actually a country that works. A country where you are not scared of the president. You are not scared to say your mind. You are not scared to protest. A country where democracy works, where they are civil. That is a good country. Okonkwo Maxwell says, a country where judiciary functions very well, unlike the rubber stamp judges we have in this civil forest called Nigeria. I'm telling you, and they'll be watching. They'll be hearing all of this. They cannot emulate. Call your president. I don't understand why you cannot do that. You are a judge. You have the right to. Solomon Obu says half of the executive orders signed by Trump will not stand. Trump himself knows this, but he has very gullible fans that he can deceive. Where has it been done before that the president can just use the executive order to set outside the constitution? The level of ignorance is amazing. Okay, now. Omoribola Hudson says our judges in Nigeria will never learn. They will never learn. No. They will never ever learn. From tenacious judges in America, trust if we were to be in Nigeria, the judges must have been busy lobbying Aso Rock to want to be the Minister of Justice. I'm telling you. I'm wishing the highest bidder president at the poll unwholesome congratulatory messages. Now, so they'll be lobbying, they'll be rubbing his back so that he will give one of the Minister of Justice. Glam Mavandi said, now we have powerful judge and powerless judge. Now so Onikachi Anadi says he has to go through American Senate because it is constitutional matter established in 1868, but at least they are standing against him. It is not a country where the president will say something in this country and it just goes, even though it doesn't favor us, we just accept it like that because of the kind of people that we have as judges, as senates in this country. Truth Kingsley says Tinubu will be like, for this country, Abio, a country that works, a country that actually works. Onwa Soanya says, any judge that tries this in Nigeria will just get missing. I'm telling you. Before you know it, you just say that he has been sacked. Or you just say that, oh, he stole money. It's a lie. They'll just lie on your head. And before you know it, you don't go with that. They'll not put their own judge there. They'll put their own person there. Andrea Lilia says, Judge block executive order. Yes, so Judge block am. Judge block it. Hey, says well. Distinguished Ali says, Trump should emulate Tinubu to achieve his goal. Emulate Tinubu? What is he emulating in Tinubu? That's a country that works. There cannot be in a country where it is lawless. Because you are the president, you can do and undo. You can just do anything and think that you can walk away with it. Imam Adi says, he cannot change the 14th Amendment of the US Constitution with an executive order. Biden tried it with the banning guns, which is protected by the Second Amendment and failed. It will go to the Supreme Court. It is not as simple as people think. Okay, no wahala. Prince Adedoyin Adeola says, if Trump were Nigerian president, the judiciary would have acted swiftly and before uncle to give his hurry executive order as legal backing. And tell sharp, they will pass it. No. They will not even question it. Mr. President, why do you want to do that? Electoral Marshal says, which judge in Nigeria can be bold enough and without corruption under his belt block a sitting president's executive order? I don't think we have one. I don't think we have one judge in this country that can block Tinubu's executive order. They don't have the mind. Where do they have the mind? All of them have been bribed. Do that case. It's not possible. Baba Jebu says the judge should investigate to know if Nigerian politicians has bribed them because the order will affect them. Very funny. Very funny. Hey, God. Philip Oneko says, can courts block Tinubu order? That's how you know the difference between a zoo and a country. I'm telling you. Charles Obona says, nice one, but not in Nigeria. It can never happen in Nigeria. Laye. He told rap and said, is it not president as the head of the executive? Abi, he is the head, but at least they can scrutinize his decision and say, okay, president, you cannot do this. It's okay now. Even if they are going to accept it later, but at least you know that in this country, you can question your president, and that's a good thing. My listeners, over to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.